If you are right in the middle of planning your Disney World trip, you might come across PhotoPass and Memory Maker, and you might be wondering to yourself what these are, if it's right for your family, and what all of it actually entails. So we're gonna get into that right now. So let's start first by differentiating PhotoPass and Memory Maker. So PhotoPass is basically just the photography service that Disney World has, and this is where you're going to go around the parks, and you're going to find all these photographers that want to take your picture in front of the castle, in front of the Tree of Life, all the main spots that would make a wonderful picture. But then there's also all these other spots around the parks that will give you a really unique photo. And some of these photos will even have magic shots where the photographer will take your picture and they'll tell you to do something, like look surprised or look down on the floor, and they will add in like a cartoon Mickey or a Tinkerbell in your hand. I'm sure you've seen people with those. That is what that is. Those are the PhotoPass magic shots. So this is all PhotoPass. This is also when you do some character meet and greets, you'll have a PhotoPass photographer there, as well as some attractions will also be taking your picture. Obviously, a PhotoPass photographer is not doing that, but the ride itself will take your picture at certain times, and those are also part of PhotoPass. So what you do after you get all these pictures taken is you're going to scan your Magic Band or your park ticket, whatever you're using to get into the park, and then all of those photos will be linked to your account. And then this is where Memory Maker comes in, because Memory Maker is the package that you can purchase that will give you access to all of these photos. And you don't have to buy Memory Maker to get access to these photos. As soon as you scan your Magic Band or a card, they will be in your account. You can see them right away in your My Disney Experience app. But if you don't have Memory Maker, then you need to purchase those separately. And I think it comes out to, like, if you're going to purchase more than two photos separately, you might as well go ahead and just get the Memory Maker. And of course, if you purchase the Memory Maker before your trip, I think it's like 3 days before you have to purchase it beforehand. It's a lot cheaper than if you're going to wait until after your trip to purchase Memory Maker. And Memory Maker also has a selection that you can purchase a one-day Memory Maker package, which will give you all of the photos from one day. So if you know that I really want to get a bunch of pictures taken at Magic Kingdom and we're going on Tuesday, you can buy Memory Maker just for Tuesday and get all the pictures from Magic Kingdom if you know that you're not really going to want to worry about it any of the other days. And it is a pretty significant price decrease if you're doing the one day. So that might be something to think about. If you don't want to splurge for everything and you just really want to focus on getting those photos taken in Magic Kingdom, that is definitely an option that is much more affordable than buying everything. So if you think that this might be something you would want, then you're going to want to purchase it beforehand. And we're going to get into a lot of different things, and that can really help you decide whether this is the right move for your family or not. So one really cool thing about PhotoPass is that you can actually go into your My Disney Experience app and look, and there's like a section where the map is, like where you go and you see the wait times. There's a whole bunch of different categories on top where you can see different things on the map, and one of those is PhotoPass. So you can go ahead and look at where all the PhotoPass photographers are in the park that you are in. So if you do buy Memory Maker and you want to make the most of it and you want to get all those unique shots, you can go ahead and look at the map and see where they are and make that part of your itinerary, what you're going to do. Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to check out these rides over here, and we're also going to go get those PhotoPass shots. And most of those photographers will have magic shots. You can simply just ask them for them. I know that I really love to get the magic shots. I think they're so much fun. So you can go ahead and ask the photographer if they have any magic shots available for you, and they will gladly do it for you if they do have them. And then they add in the magic shot sometimes later. So don't get nervous if you look at your picture in your phone, like right after, the picture will show up right after, but sometimes the magic shot portion of it isn't there yet. Sometimes it takes a few days, sometimes even like a week afterwards, and then it will show up. That's happened to me a couple of times where, you know, we're just kind of looking at the floor and nothing's there, but then a few days after our trip, it does show up, and then you can go ahead and download those. And along with the PhotoPass locations on the maps that you see in the parks, there's also something called PhotoPass lenses where you can go, and this is actually separate because the only way that you can get these PhotoPass lenses is if you buy Lightning Lane Multipass or Premier Pass. So if you happen to be getting Lightning Lane Multipass, you can look for these PhotoPass lenses. And what it does is if you are in a certain area inside a park, or I don't know if they have any in Disney Springs, but definitely in the parks, and you can go ahead, and it's almost kind of like if you're familiar with like Snapchat or any of those like filters where like you're looking at yourself in the camera and you can see like little characters around you. It's interactive, so it's a really fun way to get some cute little photos done if you're in those, and they're always themed to the area. So I know they have some in like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge where like, you know, you have the PhotoPass thing and it's showing something, you know, going on in the background, which is pretty cool. But you do have to purchase Lightning Lanes for that to work. That's not part of Memory Maker, which I think it should be, but yeah, so you do have to have Lightning Lanes for those, but that is part of the PhotoPass service, is one of those things that they do have. Now, outside of where those PhotoPass photographers are around the parks, they also do have a couple of studios that you can go to, you know, almost kind of like if you were going to go to like a photography studio and they have a bunch of like backdrops and things that you can stand in front of. They do have a couple of these. There's actually one in the Grand Floridian. They have a studio there, as well as there's also one in Disney Springs. Sometimes, depending on what time of year, there is a couple in, like there's one in Hollywood Studios near the front area. We actually got a couple of really nice Christmas shots there when the Christmas season was going on. I don't think that is a photo studio year round. I'm gonna have to check on that, and I'll put that down below if it's a year-round studio. But I know they had like a big Christmas tree and stuff for the Christmas time, so that was a really nice way to get some Christmas photos done. And they also do have PhotoPass photographers in the resorts as well, especially during the holiday season. I know Wilderness Lodge always has a PhotoPass photographer to take your picture in front of the beautiful tree. A lot of times there's even like a line. People come to get their picture taken in front of the Wilderness Lodge tree. So, you know, try to go during the week and, you know, during kind of like an off time. It's kind of hard to tell if there's going to be a line or not, but they do have photographers there. And also, if characters come to your resort, they will also have a PhotoPass photographer with them that will be taking your pictures through the interactions when you're meeting these characters at the resorts. And what's great about this is these aren't staged photos where the character meet and greets, okay, let's take a picture and then you pose. These ones in the resorts are a lot more candid, and some of the pictures come out really, really cute because, you know, you're interacting with the character in a different way than if you're doing a simple meet and greet in the parks. So this is a really fun time to get those pictures. Another great thing about these PhotoPass spots is that the PhotoPass photographer will actually take your cell phone and take a picture for you with your cell phone. So that is what I love. Just one of the Disney magic things that I love is that they are willing to take your picture for you with your phone for free. So you get the PhotoPass photographer, the area, you know, the castle behind you. They will take your picture for you with your phone, and then you have that picture for you. So that is definitely an option. It's a free way to get someone to take your picture for you instead of just asking a stranger, you know, to take the picture for you. But you're not going to get the magic shots, and you're also not going to get, they do have professional cameras that they use. So it is nice to have those really good quality pictures that you can download. Because the other thing about taking it with your phone is if you want to, print it out and maybe enlarge it, the quality might not be as good as like the professional camera. If you just want to have them on your phone just to look at, or even just to print out like a 4x6 or a 5x7, that would probably be fine. But I just like to have the ability to be able to enlarge those pictures or get the magic shots. But it is really nice that they give you that option to be able to do that as well. So you might be thinking to yourself, do I really want to spend this kind of money on these photos in Disney World? And I'm going to come right out and say that I am a true believer in Memory Maker, in buying Memory Maker. And my reason is because I'm sure a lot of you can probably understand where I'm coming from, especially if you're a mom. A lot of times it's hard to get your whole family in a picture where someone is not, sitting there with a phone trying to fit everybody into a selfie. Those pictures can be great, but there is something about having your family standing there doing special poses in Disney World and someone is taking the picture for you. There is really something special about that. And some of my favorite pictures are from these PhotoPass photographers because our whole family is in it. We're all so happy. We're at Disney World. They're just really, really nice pictures, really nice souvenirs from your trip that you get to have and you get to keep forever and put up on your walls. And it's just, I really love that for that reason, is that we so rarely get pictures of our family without, like I said, without someone trying to take it in a selfie form. And it's just really nice to have those pictures. So I am a big proponent of getting Memory Maker. I think it is so worth it. I really do. So that really does it for this simple explanation of what PhotoPass and Memory Maker are. I hope it helped you out, and please like this video if it did help you out in any way. And let me know down in the comments if you definitely like to get Memory Maker every trip, or if you're going for the first time and you let me know what you think. If you want to get it, if you don't want to spend the money, let me know down in the comments, and until next time.